So hello everyone, I'm Tamas Gall, and this story about how to deal with the increasing number of customer complaints using a story. I'm a CEO of Motivive, and Motivive actually is a web application that motivates, engage, and using a fun and role-playing approach. There was many discussion in this week about how to deal with gamification, what is gamification is, what the engagement is. Our main idea is to use the stories itself to engage people, because the stories are very analog to the business world. Both has some objectives, for example, free the princess, or reach the Mars, or win the soccer game match. And it's very similar in the business world, that you have, for example, improve the customer satisfaction, or improve the revenue numbers, or help employees through the technology adoption in this continuously changing environment. And in the same time, it is not just analog, the story with the business world, but it helps people to get engaged. It's much easier to find yourself in a story and work in the story and feel that you are part of the story, rather than work every day in your everyday, sometimes routine activities. So we use stories, and the customer has some challenges, and in order to connect these two things together, someone is doing their everyday job. There are some indicators, for example, other type of indicators, and data drives the story further. This is how you can be rewarded, or you can level up based on your actual data. So our vision that if one day you hire, for example, 2 accountants, and on the first day you can raise the question that, hey guys, how would you like to live your workplace? And the first is saying to be action hero or adventure hero. Other one is saying, I would like to be a spaceman. So both are doing the same job, so working with invoices, for example, but one of them live the workplace as a spaceman, and the other one as an action hero. So this is how we approach this whole story, and this is how we like to engage people and improve the overall performance of the company. In the next couple of minutes, my plan is to work through on a use case. And in this use case, imagine that you are a manager at a huge utility company, and you have 195 field service people, field service technician guys. But one day you are reported from the customer service that there's an increasing number of complaints coming into the system. And you are making some research, and it seems that it's true that these complaints is because of the behavior of the people, of your technician people. And unfortunately, it is not just about increasing number of complaints, but this problem hits directly the bottom line, because customers are starting to unsubscribe from your service. So what you do? In the traditional way, usually invite people for a training and hold them soft skill training, how to demonstrate empathy, how to arrive to the customers. So they try to educate them, and crossing their fingers that after 2 weeks they behave the way that they taught during the trainings. But unfortunately, this not the case. They don't learn that they don't behave accordingly. So what we do, or what we did, we put together an adventure hero storyline. In the next couple of slides, I would like to show you what was the technician's journey, so how they met with the system. So once they entered into the system, they found themselves the story when their action hero or adventure hero is a very, how to say, a simple character, and he missed some items to be a real hero. So he just identifies that we need to make some challenges to acquire some items. On the items, on the challenge pages, you can see that there are many kind of challenges. Actually, there are two types of categories. One of them is education type of challenges, when we explain how to behave in a certain situation. Once you arrive to the customer, once you are leaving the customer, if you have some conflict with the customer, or many situations when technicians meet the customer, and these are the micro-learning type of education content. Some of the challenges are even logged. Makes the excitement and improve the discovery actions in the system. So this is the education type of challenges. And the second type is the call to actions. So you need to demonstrate what you learned, and this is the main point. This is a very important point that that you need to demonstrate in the system. And we designed this system for 3 months. So we said it is not possible to educate people and change their behavior even one week. So this is why we usually run a longer projects of 3, 4, 6 months, or even a year, when we continuously measure the behavior of the people. So this time, our technician select a certain challenge to be the best of the day, go for it, and go to the field, do the job, act accordingly, act well, share some experience, and because the education session was a couple of minutes before he arrived to the customer, he still remember the main point, how to be what makes him how to say, valuable for the company. So once the technician leaves the customer, utility company calls the customer and requests the evaluation. How was the service? And the customer evaluated the technician, and we capture this data, and you can see that this time the evaluation was fine, and our technician got the boot in the inventory, and it became even a very advanced action or adventure hero. So after roughly 3 months, you have an opportunity as a technician to equip your very simple adventure hero and transform him to the gentleman and who is ready for the new. So this is the technician journey. And once the program is finished, you as a field service manager got the report how the program was done. And on the top left corner, you can see that roughly 90%, I try to make it, yeah, roughly 90% of your technicians are participated and went through the program. And this program was volunteer program, so they were not forced to go and go through on this. Of course, it was supported to participate, but it was a volunteer type of program. They spent roughly 20 minutes daily in the system. Our experience that what they did actually that 4 or 3 times a day, just logged in, browsed the challenges, and went through the rewarding and achievement part, and went back to work. So this is how they spend their time in the system. And there is a very interesting chart on the top right corner, where you can see that if we activate the total time that the people spent in the system, we can see that 45% was spent outside their working hours. The chart below shows that 8 o'clock, it is a distribution of the usage of the time daily. So the scale to 23 and is 20, so 8 p.m. That people were most active at 8 p.m. And they were ready to invest their own time to improve. So all in all, just think about that. What does it mean? It means that technician guys was ready to spend and invest their own time in order to improve the utility company bottom line, and they spend their own time without any further tangible reward. And this is the main point, that it is a clear demonstration by the numbers that how the system engaged people, because they were ready to spend their own time in the system. So once you just, as a manager, just realize that you can start to think about how to use this methodology further, because we have not just this adventure hero story, but we have other different type of stories, and different type of stories can address different type of business challenges. For example, as I mentioned, the help people in the technology adoption. So if you introduce, for example, new CRM system or any cloud-based, people need help to really get engaged and start to use it. Otherwise, they won't use it, and the company invested in a certain technology but cannot get the benefit at the end of the day because the people are not ready to use it. So this was a very short story, and the use case what we did in 3 months, and this is how we transform the workplace to a cool place with cool stories. Because at the end of the day, most of the technicians lived every day as an adventure hero, and there was abstractions from the everyday routine to the storyline. Was done at a telco company in Hungary, but we did the same in other utility companies, like waterworks company or power company, so electricity company, who had a similar customer-facing challenges and customer-facing issues. On the top of that, I wanted to share this.
Sorry, Tamas, I have to interrupt you because we're out of time. We're running 1 minute late. Thank you very, very much. One final sentence, because I interrupted you.
Okay, just all in all, this is how we transform the workplace to a cool place with cool stories. That actually this is our vision to make it happen and put everybody in a storyline.